Hello everyone, I am Dr. Donald Ozello of Championship Chiropractic in Las Vegas, Nevada. Today I am going to be describing and demonstrating how to stretch the thoracolumbar fascia. Oftentimes the thoracolumbar fascia is known as the diamond or the thoracolumbar diamond or even the posterior oblique sling. When it is called the thoracolumbar fascia, it may be abbreviated to the TLF. Not to get confused with the TFL, which is the tensor fascia lata. Again, this is a stretch for the thoracolumbar function, the TLF. One of the best ways to stretch the thoracolumbar fascia is to be in a supine position with your hips flexed, knees flexed, and feet flat on the floor. You're going to have your arms out perpendicular to the body so that your shoulders are abducted to 90 degrees. Now, one thing you want to remember when we speak about the thoracolumbar fascia is that it connects the Gluteus Maximus muscle on one side to the Latissimus dorsi muscle on the other side. That's why it's called the posterior oblique sling. So you want to keep the shoulder blades on the floor and rotate the spine so that the lower body is moving towards one side. As you can see, I'm moving the lower body towards the right. And then once you start to feel a stretch in the thoracolumbar fascia, then stretch your arm out just a little bit to increase that stretch. Move into the stretch slowly and hold a mild, comfortable stretch from any time frame between 5 seconds and 120 seconds. And then move out of the stretch slowly and then perform that stretch to the opposite side. So you're going to move the lower body to the left and then once you start to feel a stretch, then stretch the arm out to the opposite side. Hold it for the desired time frame and then move back to the starting position. Now always remember, you want to be as safe as possible. So when you're performing this stretch or any other type of stretch, move into the stretch slowly, hold a mild, comfortable stretch, and then move out of the stretch slowly. Now stretches can be performed every day, but you always want to make sure that when you are stretching, that you never perform a stretch that elicits or intensifies symptoms. If you are performing a stretch that elicits or intensifies symptoms, then stop immediately and find a viable substitute. Now, the next thing you want to do is that you can raise the arms up so that your shoulders are abducted to about 120 degrees. Remember, we started at 90 degrees and then we moved to about 120 and perform the stretch the same way. Slowly rotate the spine so the the lower body is turning to the right. And once you feel a mild, comfortable stretch, then stretch the arm and hold that stretch for the desired time frame. And then move back to the starting position and slowly move into the stretch, go in the opposite direction. Now you may feel more of a stretch on one side than the opposite side because one area may be a little bit tighter than the opposite side, and that's perfectly normal. But either way, whichever one that you're stretching, you always want to follow the principles that I stated before. Hold a mild, comfortable stretch. This is not a flexibility contest. This is not training to be a contortionist. This is stretching of the thoracolumbar fascia. Now the next position, you want to abduct your shoulders to about 150 degrees. Rotate the spine so that the lower body is turning to the left. And once you start to feel a stretch, then and stretch the arm. And hold that mild, comfortable stretch in the TLF. And then move out of the stretch slowly and move to the opposite side. And once you feel a stretch, then stretch the arm out as far as you can. Slowly move back to the starting position. And then the last arm position is with the shoulders abducted to 180 degrees. So they are stretching out above your head. This is going to target these 4 different positions are going to target the thoracolumbar fascia at a variety of angles. Again, move into the stretch slowly by rotating the spine so that you are lowering the lower body towards the right. And once you feel a stretch, and then just stretch the arm overhead and hold that mild, comfortable stretch. Now you may feel a stretch in other areas, and that's perfectly normal. You're going to feel the stretch wherever you're tightest at, but we are trying to target the TLF when performing this stretch. So then you're going to perform on the opposite side. You're going to rotate the spine so that the lower body is moving to the left. Once you start to feel a stretch, then stretch the arm, the opposite arm straight overhead. So whichever direction that you are turning the lower body to, you stretch the upper body to the opposite side. These 4 positions are going to help to stretch the thoracolumbar fascia, which I said is also known as the thoracolumbar diamond, or just a diamond, or the posterior oblique sling. It is called a posterior oblique sling because it connects the contralateral Gluteus Maximus muscle with the opposite side Latissimus dorsi muscle. So it connects the right-sided gluteus max with the left latissimus dorsi, and the left gluteus maximus muscle with the right latissimus dorsi muscle. Again, follow the simple principles of stretching. Move into the stretch slowly, hold a mild, comfortable stretch, and move out of the stretch slowly. Never perform any type of stretch or exercise that elicits or intensifies symptoms. If a stretch elicits or intensifies symptoms, stop immediately and find a viable substitute. Never perform any of these stretches unless you have contacted your medical practitioner or any type of medical professional who has performed an examination on you and gotten their approval to perform this type of stretch. Thank you everybody for watching today's video on spine health. Always remember, never perform an exercise that elicits or intensifies symptoms. Always work through a symptom-free range of motion. Always check with a medical professional before starting any type of exercise program. Please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. You can visit my website, championshipchiropractic.com, where you get information on my book titled Running, Maximize Performance, and Minimize Injuries. And you could also find my blog on my website. My blog contains articles on spine health, sports medicine, chiropractic, health, fitness, and nutrition. Thank you again for watching today's video. I am Dr. Donald Ozello of Championship Chiropractic in Las Vegas, Nevada.